Have you ever had to stray from your path in order to help someone else out? Well, I'm going to tell you a story about Lincoln Hall. There's this couple that had spent hundreds of dollars on training and equipment and spent years training in order to climb Mount Everest. They finally got to Mount Everest. They were climbing this beautiful mountain. They were living their dream, something that they saved for and they trained for years. As they're getting closer to the top, they see this red object moving. They're thinking, it's probably just a tent that was left behind by another group. So they go a little farther in their journey and they see that red thing moving, but they realize it can't be a tent because it's moving back and forth. They go a little farther on their journey and they're getting to the point where they have to put their oxygen masks on because they're passing that oxygen level, and if they don't, they start hallucinating. Things like that happen if you're up there long enough. So they get up there and they have their oxygen masks on and they look, and that red object was actually a human. So they get up there and they're thinking, okay, who is this person? Should we approach them? They ended up approaching him. He had no shoes on, no shirt on, and he's just standing on the edge of this mountain. And he's at that point where he's hallucinating because he has no more oxygen left. They found out that he was left behind by his group. So this couple is sitting there debating, do we continue our path? Something that we have trained for and saved for years, and something that we have dreamed of doing our entire life, or do we stray from our path and help Lincoln Hall? This couple did, in fact, end up straying from their path and helping Lincoln Hall down this mountain. They had to make an extremely hard choice. Do I do my path that I was meant for, that's something I planned for my entire life, something that I've saved for, something that I've trained for in order to help someone else? Or do I go and not help him and leave him all alone? And maybe when we're done achieving what we've set out to do, then save him but risk him dying. This couple ended up helping him, brought him down. And do you think they're going to live with that regret for the rest of their lives? No. They did what they were supposed to do. They put someone else's needs in front of theirs. In Philippians 2:4, it says, not looking to your own interest, but each of you to the interest of others. Whether you're married and your spouse has an interest and you have to put your interest on the back burner. That's what marriage is all about. That is what God has planned for you. God has your plan set out. You plan your life, God laughs. You need to help others before yourself. And I'm sure Lincoln Hall is so grateful that couple strayed from their path in order to help him. So you have to think, is my path worth putting someone's life in danger or making that person unhappy? You have to choose. Do you stay in your path even though it can distract others? Or when the time comes, you stray from your path and help those who are in need?